Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you, well, the very first general readings for a brand new year. This reading is for the first half of January 2023 from the 1st through the 15th, and it is for the earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas as we continue to transition out of an old year and into a new one. I am recording these in the last couple of days of December, so I hope everyone has a wonderful New Year's as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch any of the videos on my YouTube channel and for all the liking, sharing, subscribing, support, all of that. Very grateful. Thank you so much. So Capricorn, this is for you. got kind of hoarse all of a sudden. This is for you for the first half of January 2023. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Capricorn, it's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn. It's a general reading, so of course it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. As we always say, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. If you know them, watch those videos as well. It can bring an additional insight and perspective. If you do find that something does really touch you, it does really resonate with you, and you'd like to take a deeper look, maybe reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information attached to the description link with this video if you click on that. I would be just delighted to hear from you. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and I can usually respond with that information within the same day. And particularly popular right now to keep in mind are the 6 and 12-month overviews I do, which give you a bit of a look ahead in different areas of life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. You can order them anytime, but a lot of people order them around this time of the year as we're ending an old year and going into a new one because they want to get a little bit of a look ahead. So something to think about. Okay. Capricorn, let's see what the first half of January 2023 looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. So, we begin with the Page of Wands. Messages, messengers, conversation, being at the beginning, introductory, the start of a new path. With the 10 of Coins, long-term stability and security, especially financially or materially. There's a strong connection with home and family here. It can represent home, family, family money, family business, inheritance. It focuses on the long-term health and stability and security of the family, whether that's financially, materially, emotionally, or a combination of all of those. Next, we have the 8 of Wands, fast movement, travel, communication. The 5 of Swords, winning at all costs, being very ambitious, very driven. Sometimes there's a little bit of a cautionary note with the 5 of Swords. It's winning at all costs, no matter what the cost. So sometimes the question that kind of underlines this card is something worth it? Is what you're driven towards worth it? Worth what the cost might be. Next, we have the 5 of Coins, insufficiency and lack, financially and materially. It could mean not having enough money or being out of work. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling shut out, abandoned, rejected, not good enough, kind of on the outside. But also the 5 of Coins can reference that there's an answer or what you need right there, and you may not be paying attention to it. It may be that you're dismissing it out of hand. With the 10 of Wands, 10s represent cycle endings or cycle completion or coming full circle. This particular 10, the 10 of Wands, represents feeling maybe tired, overwhelmed, at the end of your rope, a heavy burden coming to an end or needing to come to an end. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the first half of January, Capricorn, is the Magician. This is all about, and in a way it kind of fits with like your 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands. It's this determination. The Magician wants to manifest something into physical reality. So he knows to take his experience and wisdom and tools and resources and combine that with the physical work to actually make something happen in reality. For some of you, this may be, let's clarify that overall energy of the Magician as primary focus for the first half of January. It may be for some of you that this reading may resonate as purely financial or material. It may be that times are difficult, money is hard, you're not making enough money, or you're out of work, and you're just really tired of it, and you're determined to get ahead no matter what. You may be exploring getting a job, a new job, a different job, something like that. Clarify Magician as overall focus. The Ace of Swords, a new idea, the epiphany, seeing something for the truth of what it really is, like the light bulb going off over your head. The Page of Wands again, messages, messengers. The start of a conversation, the Ten of Cups, the Happy Home card, home and family. There's a strong element of home and family here. It's like, and what's best for the home and family in the long run. Financially, materially, possibly emotionally. It feels like some of you may be having a new idea or a new perspective on how to gain that, perhaps financially, materially, and emotionally as well. Some of you, it may be that there's two different things going on here. It may be financial and material as one. There's a determination to move forward. Others of you, it may be some difficulty or even separation or estrangement within your home and family system. It could be immediate family or it could be extended family. But there's a kind of a clue or an idea here about how that can be rectified through communication. That's for some of you. Others of you, it's just purely financial and material, but some of you, it's like a combination of both. Clarify that Page of Wands with the Ten of Coins. Four of Cups, an offer being made, extended, or received. Somebody not sure if they want to take it or not. The Hanging Man, waiting, watching, not taking any decisive action yet. I feel like, again, I'm getting two distinctly different things going on here. Some of you, it might be one, it might be the other. Some of you, it might be both. There's an offer made here or an attempt at something made. If it's a job search or making money, it would be the process of, applying for a job, interviewing for a job, and just waiting to hear about that. For communication within the home and family, maybe that has been strained, whether it's immediate family like your kids or your partner or something like that, or it could be more extended family. It feels like somebody has made an offer or made an overture, kind of reaching out, trying to bridge the gap. But either they're not responding or they're waiting, or you're not responding and they're waiting. Ten of Coins. The Magician, again, determined to do what's best for the long-term health and stability and security of your home and family, financially, materially, and emotionally. But it feels like during this time, there's an idea of how to better do that. Clarify Eight of Wands and Five of Swords, determined at all costs. The Devil. Too much focus, too much negativity, too much obsessive focus. The Chariot. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. It feels like winning at all costs. It feels like for a situation in which there's difficulty between you and somebody that you love and care about, whether it's a mate, a partner, kids, family, it feels like somebody is really kind of negatively determined, it's my way or the highway, right? If we can't see things the same way, then I don't want anything to do with you. It feels like it's something like that. And there's such a thing as standing up for what you believe in, or voicing what you believe in and what your choices are. Fair enough. And maybe somebody that you love and care about doesn't agree with you. Fair enough. But it feels like one of you here is so stubborn about doing it and that it cuts off the other person, or they cut you off because of it, when it doesn't actually have to be that way. Like there's a way through. For others of you for whom this is just purely financial and materially, again, it's just determined to get ahead at all costs. But sometimes this can be a negative, unhealthy cycle of quitting one job, getting another job, quitting that job, getting another job. It's not like you're ever really out of work or out of work for very long, but it's being perpetually kind of, there's always something that you find that's wrong, and so then you move on to something else, and you're not really building up long-term security and stability in one place with one company or one business or something like that. It's constantly having to start over, rebuilding, and you never get that foundation underneath you because of that. So keep an eye on that. Let's clarify these last two cards. Five of Coins, feeling shut out or financially and materially kind of not enough. With that Ten of Wands, it's like you're sick of it. You're sick of being shut out. You're sick of not having enough. You're sick of maybe feeling alone in this. The Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism after a struggle, a challenge, a catastrophe. There's a way through this. King of Wands might be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Maybe that might be the person that you're feeling having difficulty with. There's a way through this. It doesn't have to be whoever's going my way or the highway or whatever. It doesn't have to be this way. There's a path of communication through this. And for those of you for whom it's just purely financial and material, it may be about finding ways to deal with things as they come up, so that you're not always bouncing from one particular job or foundation to another, because again, you never really, you're not allowing yourself to build up, a foundation. I don't think there's any job or any company that you could go to work for that it would all be perfect. So instead of focusing on that, maybe focusing on what's something where I enjoy the work, I enjoy the people, and then learning how to deal with things as they come up, rather than going, okay, well, this isn't for me because I didn't have a good day, or and then moving on to something new. Fair enough, but at some point, you're not building up a foundation, so you're constantly having to do this. Queen of Wands and Four of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and a happy, healthy, stable home. But that's what's clarifying the Ten of Wands, feeling kind of overwhelmed. Again, for some of you, the Empress might be a mother or maternal figure. For some of you, you just, again, there's some kind of emotional thing going on here, some kind of conflict between you and somebody you love and care about, or a family member, or something like that. It could be a partner as well. It might be two fire signs here, but there's a way through, and it's about keeping the lines of communication open. Because if you're not talking, there's no hope, right? You can't fix anything if, there's no communication and no contact. For just purely financially and materially, again, the energy is fundamentally the same. There's a way through, and the way through is to not give up when it gets hard, or you're having a bad day, or you don't like your boss or something like that. There's a way to kind of move through this. It feels like, don't shoot the messenger. It may feel a little lectury here, but it feels like you may want to take a look at, okay, if this isn't working, doing something. I mean, there's a pattern here that's not healthy of being very drastic and very close-ended, maybe both in personal life and in maybe business life. So you're making these pretty significant, profound decisions to end things or make a completely drastic turn, but you may come to regret it later. Because the effort you put into something, when you cut that off and separate yourself, you're losing that, right? And it's about finding ways to overcome and deal with difficulties without having a whole series of endings and beginnings and endings and beginnings and endings and beginnings in your life. So something to think about, Capricorn. All right. Enough with the lecture-y stuff. Let's end with some advice, guidance, feedback for Spirit. For Capricorn, first half of January 2023. Justice. Doing the right thing. Doing what's best. Being fair, even, equitable. You reap what you sow. If you sow endings and separation, that's what you're going to reap. I mean, justice is about honor, truth, morality, ethics. And if this is a situation where you're at odds with somebody because you don't see things the right way and each of you are firmly convinced that you're doing the right thing, maybe you can agree to disagree, but the right thing wouldn't be a complete and total blackout here. The same with job, work, and career. Eight of Wands, keeping those lines of communication and then action moving forward. Knight of Pentacles, step by step, slow and steady, wins the race. Temperance, moderation, evenness, neither one thing or the other. I mean, to temper something in the culinary world, in the world of cooking, means to take something hot and something cold and figure out how to blend them together slowly. It takes time. It takes a minute or two. The same with any issues in life. It's not about, okay, this isn't working, so I'm going to just blow it all up and go on to something new and close that out. This is about learning how to figure things out, learning how to communicate better, learning how to not lose something that you have a lot invested in until you literally have something better with a job, not just a different job, but actually something better that pays better, all of that, or in relationships as well. Because you're going to get far down the road of life and not have, kind of that history and that familiarity of people, places, and situations around you, right? The connections are short-term only. So this is about kind of keeping communication open, not giving up. And again, this is the same for both whatever this family or emotional situation is and the financial and material aspects, because for some of you it may be a combination of both of these things going on at the same time. For others of you it might be one or the other. But it's about temperance and moderation and not doing something significantly drastic or profound. Learning how to deal with things like in temperance. This is about learning how to hold opposite extremes in unison. Okay, this is just a bad day or it's a bad week. It's not a bad life. I don't need to cut anything off or anyone off. I don't need to, it's learning how to maintain balance without necessarily having to start over and over and over again. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Capricorn, those are your messages for the first half of January. For those of you for whom it resonated, I hope it was helpful. I hope it was validating. I hope it, at the very least, gave you some food for thought, something to chew on. Again, if it resonated enough with you that you would like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at it for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Or if you're interested in any of the other readings I do, particularly the overviews for the new year that we're sliding into, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link attached with this video. I will see all of you in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then, and I hope that the new year begins really wonderfully for all of you. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.